Our journey begins on Interstate 10, headed towards Phoenix, Arizona. From Phoenix, we continue north on Interstate 17 towards the Grand Canyon and a stop in Flagstaff on the way. We arrive at Tucson about 5 p.m. Tucson is just a group of hotels where we charge up on the Tesla charger in preparation for the next day's journey into the park. There's nobody at home to check our pass, so we continue into the park, which is just a 2-mile drive. We spot all kinds of wild animals as we enter the Grand Canyon. These elk are probably regulars around the buildings in the area. Upon leaving the park, we travel east and north toward our next destination, Monument Valley. The first signs of monuments show up on the Utah border, and we know we're close. We check in at Goulding's Lodge, which has been here forever. It affords the great view of all the monuments. The next morning, we take a 3.5-hour guided tour of the valley and the canyons around it. We now get the chance to put up our drone and show you some beautiful views not possible by any other means. We depart Monument Valley and head east and north towards Blanding and Moab, Utah, along with Arches National Park. And no, that is not snow capping the rock formations. The next morning, we enter Arches National Park at 7:30 in the morning. We had been told that the park closes around 9 a.m. due to crowding. The drive into the park is almost as good as the park itself. Once again, nobody is home to check our pass as we drive through the entrance. We find a parking spot for Delicate Arch and begin the long 1-hour hike up to the arch. 75% of that 1 hour is uphill over large rock formations. You don't want to take this on a hot afternoon. Where these cattle came from, I have no idea. Once we reach the arch, we find quite an audience of people gazing at this spectacular view. Then we begin the long 1-hour hike back to the car. As you travel through Arches National Park, the rock formations change every quarter mile into something you've never seen before. The approach to Sand Dunes Arch is also something unique. The use of a drone will really show off the unique formations that Arches offers. The next morning, we're heading north and hooking up with Interstate 70 on the road to Green River, Utah, where we get a full charge for the road ahead. Capitol Reef National Park is our next destination. Highway 12 is one of the most scenic highways in America. This short section of Highway 12 is one of the most unique and exciting pieces of highway anywhere. The journey on Highway 12 leads us to Hanksville and the only restaurant within 50 miles. The weather is not good in Bryce as it's cold and rainy, so our stop will be short. This is how you traveled to Bryce in 1918. And this is how you traveled to Bryce in 1922. We get some free juice from Ruby's Inn. Thank you, Ruby. And then we are down through Red Rock Canyon. As we move on down Highway 89 south towards St. George, the weather changes again to ice and snow. The weather improves again as we enter Zion National Park from the east side. Our last leg of the journey takes us through the Virgin River Gorge on the way to Las Vegas. South of Vegas, we find 3 solar generating plants that take reflected sunlight to heat salt solutions in a heat exchanger in the tower that runs a turbine which operates a generator to create the electricity. In Baker, we stop at a supercharging station with 40 chargers. Our journey ends with the drive on to Palm Desert.